A woman honked her horn at a vehicle, then got a ticket for it. It happened in WAIPAHU. She says she used her horn thinking another driver was about to cut her off and cause an accident. She says she did not realize the driver was a police officer until he pulled her over and handed her a $72 ticket.
We will together create police reform and make America free again. Welcome to today's episode. I am Leroy Truth for Leroy Truth Investigations and always record the police. Now, today's story, cops hate it when you use their horn. You thought you had a right to use their horn in proper circumstances. Well, a woman from Hawaii named Lynette Atuaia, she used her horn because she saw a vehicle that she thought was about to cut her off. Lynette is driving carefully. This vehicle appears not to be driving carefully. What happens? She toots her horn as any smart human being would do. However, unbeknownst to her, she had the audacity, the gall, to beep her horn, it turns out, at a police officer who may have been driving recklessly. Well, when she beeped her horn, she didn't realize it was a police officer. But the police officer knew who he was, so he pulled her over and gave her a $72 ticket for improper use of horn and says, "You should have known that I'm a emergency vehicle." Well, he had no lights on. He had no siren on. He just had his ego on. Watch this and let me know in the comments what your thoughts are. Also, please subscribe, share, like this video, and if you'd like to support my channel, I got some links up top there. Thank you so much.
A woman honked her horn at a vehicle, then got a ticket for it. It happened in WAIPAHU. She says she used her horn thinking another driver was about to cut her off and cause an accident.
Oh, how dare her? What's wrong with her? See, we think logically, ladies and gentlemen. Police don't. We think logically. Police think egoically. Don't make sense when they do that.
She says she did not realize the driver was a police officer until he pulled her over and handed her a $72 ticket. Turns out there's a law about the proper use of the horn. Bridget Namato joins us with more. Bridget?
Joe, under Hawaii law, drivers can use the horn when reasonably necessary to ensure safe operation. Unless
you're using your horn reasonably when the person you're using it against or to is a police officer, obviously.
Otherwise, you can't use it on the highway. That's what this woman claims she did, but she still got a ticket.
And so I'm looking and out of my peripheral vision, I see a white hood. I'm like, hey!
One beep later, Lynette Atuaia was handed a $72 ticket. She says she was halfway through an intersection on Farrington Highway when she saw the hood of a car parallel to her.
We're in WAIPAHU where the incident happened at the intersection of Farrington Highway and Moku'ola Street, right by Tammy's Polynesian Market.
I was afraid. I thought I was going to hit him. And so my initial reaction was like, hey, get out of my way. I'm going to hit you. You know, you're cutting me off. Then when I pulled over into the parking lot, he just said, you know, license and registration. I'm giving you a ticket for honking your horn. And he said I should have seen that he was an emergency vehicle, but he didn't have his lights and sirens on as he was trying to, you know, cut me off or pass me.
From July 2017.
But he had his ego on, of course. And let's do the math. So she got a $72 ticket for one beep. Would have been $144 for two beeps. You know, does he charge by the beep? Does he fleece by the beep, the road pirate? Let's continue.
To January of this year, the state's Traffic Violations Bureau says 5 citations were given out for unnecessary use of horn on Oahu.
But I'm not too sure if it's one of those real common things that people, because everybody's honking their horn everywhere around here, right? So they may not know that.
Driving instructor Leonard Wong says the law states the horn can only be used in specific situations.
The only time you should really be using your horn is in case of a situation where it might be dangerous, warning somebody, hey, something's, you know.
Bingo. What the hell does she do? And so she has a right to do that with everyone else except a cop.
Please, I'm here, okay? Letting you know I'm here. and to avoid any kind of a collision or a conflict with another driver.
When asked for a response, a spokeswoman with HPD said if the driver feels the ticket was issued in error, she can contest it. Atuaia says she is contesting the citation.
All right. So here's the deal, as the cops like to say. Here's the deal, as the cops love to say. I have been focused a lot on the poor and criminal behavior of police officers. However, that's only one side of the coin. The other side of the coin are the judges. Because what judges should do is one single time, the first time a police officer gives an ego ticket, and that's what I'm calling them going forth. You get a ticket. Hey, if I was driving dangerously, I get a ticket. I deserve that ticket. That's not an ego ticket. That's a lawful ticket. But the first time a judge sees, just like for this woman right here, this police officer gave an ego ticket, boom, officer fired, boom, officer also cited and arrested for whatever laws they broke, no different than us. If they arrested us, well, then they get arrested for kidnapping if we were innocent. And if they give a ticket, $72 ticket for beeping the horn, even though it was completely sensible, then they would get a ticket and get arrested for extortion to take $72 from that woman. Simple. But the judges allow this and support it. That would get shut down like this. Every time a judge saw an unlawful ticket giving, an unlawful arrest, boom, you're done. You don't get a second chance. You don't get retraining. You get fired instantly. You lose all benefits and pensions and anything else, holidays, sick days, all of that you accrued. And if it is appropriate based on the law that the police officer broke, they get arrested and they go on trial. And if the jury does the right thing, they go to jail. Just like any one of us who doesn't have an ego, a police ego, a badge, and a gun. I am Leroy Truth for Leroy Truth Investigations. Please like this video, share this video, subscribe to my channel if you're not subscribed so far, and stay tuned for much more to come. And we, the people, will create the police reform that is necessary, because we will make America free again. I appreciate you, and I appreciate your support.